Alright, greetings everyone, this is Ronamac here. I'm going to make a second attempt at this Max Payne video, just because I'm an idiot and screwed up the first time. So, Max Payne. Well, the original Max Payne came out in 2001. It was developed by some Finnish game developers known as Remedy Entertainment. And the fact that they're Finnish may explain why they used so much Norse mythology in the initial installment. Sort of interesting storytelling. Worth a check if you hadn't played the original Max Payne or Max Payne 2. But moving forward,
that's what they had paid for, so in the end, that's what they got.
Max Payne was an NYPD police officer,
but we understand
sort of a white knight, goody two-shoes kind of a guy, but then his wife and newborn baby daughter were killed by drug addicts, and he had to go on sort of a murderous rampage
to execute this poor bastard like some
get revenge
for
those deaths.
And I realized they were correct. I wouldn't know right from wrong if one of them was helping the poor and the other was banging my sister.
Yep, and Max Payne has a lot of good lines like that. So, anyhow, Max is going to tell you a little backstory. We'll let him do that, and then I'll be right back with you guys.
I'd arrived in Sao Paulo a few weeks before. I was working a protection detail for the kind of people who need protection in a town like this. And what kind of town was this? One where I didn't speak the language and they didn't water down their drinks. So for now, we seemed to get along just fine. Of course, that was about to change.
Hey, brother.
Hey.
How's the cocktail?
It's scotch. I never mix my drinks.
Yeah, at least not on duty.
Something like that.
Man, that favela is big.
Yep. Nothing like the view of extreme poverty to make a penthouse cocktail party really swing.
I guess they call it trickle-down economics.
That's funny.
It's supposed to be a charity thing. Drink and give money. I don't know, something for the kids. Hey, listen, man. We better look lively. This place is a nightmare. You just got cowboys running security downstairs. Something rotten in the air.
That didn't mean much. There was always something rotten in the air. The family we were protecting were local celebrities, rich parasites with delusions of humanity. The kind of people who end up in glossy magazines or body bags, depending on how their luck runs. So where are they all? I see Rodrigo over there talking to that guy.
Yeah, I don't know him. That guy next to him. He's some kind of cop. I think, I'm not sure. Serious, though. Big-end cop, anti-gang sort of thing. I can't remember his name.
So who's this guy?
That guy's a plastic surgeon or some kind of surgeon. Tummy tucks and cock implants. Look at Marcel. Still dances like a fool.
Guess that's what a European education and a coke habit will do for Ricky Martin look-alike.
That's very funny, Max. Oh, excuse me.
I was mostly working for Rodrigo Branco, a local businessman. Built things, did some charity, had things named after him, won awards, owned things, people. One of the trophies he had won was his wife, Fabiana. She was hot and wanted to be dangerous. Some good genes trying to fight their way out of a cesspit. She'd married well and was now at leisure to regret her good fortune. They got along as well as any rich workaholic and his younger airhead wife tend to get along. They mostly ignored each other. She spent a lot of time with his cokehead younger brother, Marcello. He was a good-time guy if your idea of a good time was an expensive suit, a bottle of champagne, and nothing between the ears. The middle brother, Victor, had just walked in. He was a local politician. Guy was smoother than an oil slick on an iceberg and about as toxic. The rest of the crowd, I didn't know, but I could imagine the types. People who know if they drink enough, they won't have to feel guilty about their good fortune. Suddenly, things turned real ugly. Felt like our hangovers arrived right on cue.
Alright, now we're getting to the action. The original and the sequel of Max Payne 1 and 2 had a lot of comic book interstitial stuff. This version stays sort of true to that, but they're a little more animated, as you can see. this game plays a lot more like a movie because there's a lot of cut scenes that you can't control what's going on. But it's a really good story.
Things had gone
Keeps things moving on.
Fucked up in about a second.
And
now
then
there
you
were
get to
two
play,
idiots at the wheel.
which we're going to do here, starting just about now. Me and my partner are going to go downstairs and try to rescue our boss from these armed thugs.
It wasn't my own safety I was concerned about, trophy wife or not. I'd said I would protect.
And you'll notice my play's a little sloppy here just because I was rushing through this like a spaz, but it does work out in the end. And now we're entering bullet time, which is sort of the signature of the Max Payne game. This came out, original came out shortly after The Matrix, and then they kind of incorporated that bullet time effect into the game. And that's sort of the Max's special power and what makes the game so fun to play. Now you can see right now I'm holding
that was the boss
what's called a golden gun.
She wasn't
and you find these pieces around. Hold on, I'm going to play the piano real quick. Sort of an homage to the original Max Payne music.
It wasn't the time.
He plays the piano sort of like I play the guitar.
Rusty. But the tune was coming together.
There's a lot of Easter eggs, stuff like that around.
Just as this new start of mine was about to come to a shuddering
things
halt.
that you can do that really don't have much to do with the gameplay, but
she was out on one of the balconies, and I hoped
add a little comedy and
to be thrown
ambiance to the game. This cutscene is sort of an example of what's really good about Max Payne. Instead of just making it walk into a room, shoot guys, walk into a room, shoot guys, they add
both.
just little special cutscene stuff that you can do that's a lot of fun, and
women.
you know, you get to see gore too, so it's all cool. And Max may be a drunken pill popper, but he has got some mad skills.
Nice work.
So I really like the voice acting and character model in the game. They may not be the best of the best, but they're all really good, and it functions well. You can see the background detail, I think, is well done, as far as like the walls and the floors, the lighting effects, reflections, the water.
Doors opening to a firing
it all
squad
looks
of
really good.
muzzles.
Not
as far as I could see it, the one thing my plan had going was that no one else would be stupid enough to pull this move.
Exactly. See, Max Payne is looking a little older, a little more haggard than he was in the last couple, but he is older and he's been drinking a lot more.
Where you got him?
Okay. Now we're going to take cover. The cover system in this game is actually very well done, but it's also extremely necessary if you want to play well and pass missions. Like I said, I'm kind of rushing, so I'm being very sloppy this time, just because I messed up my initial video.
I
wanted to make
had to move.
Cover system's well done, and you have to use it because the AI in this game is a lot more clever. If you're hiding behind something, they'll try to flank you and pop out from doors. Sometimes it's fun to shoot people in slow motion. Like I was saying before about the golden guns, each level has pieces of guns hidden about them, and as you find the guns, you can unlock the golden guns.
It looked like they were taking him out through the basement.
And they're not really super overpowered, but it's well worth finding them because usually you get
too rich a
higher ammo
for them
capacity
to
and
throw away.
a little more damage.
Sure, I'd have to work hard to get him back, but I knew the bad guys would want the boss alive.
I'm going to be really sloppy with these guys because, like I said, I'm kind of rushing. If you're really slow and careful, you can get a lot of guys on a bullet time jump like that. Okay.
They weren't far ahead.
You can see that guy was working to flank.
I'd actually have to come up with a
The
plan.
AI in this game is actually pretty good in that they do try to flank you all the time and don't let you just hide behind a wall and pick them off one by one. They're very aggressive, which is both exciting and sometimes extremely annoying. Usually each level there's little clues.
The great thing about being famous
like this
as well
picture,
as rich is the
they
bad
just
guys
sort
know
of
who to
add to the
kidnap.
story. You don't have to necessarily find them to complete levels,
Another
but
parking lot rattling with
I
gunfire.
think you get
Was I too late?
an achievement unlock or something if you do find them. Again, I'm being very spastic and sloppy here, but I'll work through these guys real quick and then get to the next point here. Now they always add, like before when I had to jump off the one balcony to the next balcony and shoot the guy in the head. In this case I've got to shoot the tires in the van real quick, make it crash, and then take it out, so it all adds to just a little more excitement. And at this point I tragically fail because I didn't kill the first guy. I thought I had a headshot on him, but I didn't, and then he rushed out and flanked me and took me down. But that's alright, because in video games you can always try again, which is why they're so much better than life sometimes. So, second time will be the charm here.
Stay down, Mr. Bronco!
And honestly, there is no excuse to die in Chapter 1 other than rushing and being a spaz, because it's pretty easy. It's sort of a tutorial level. And it, first time you play through it, it walks you through everything very slowly to show you tips and tricks of the trade. I do like the game's attention to detail. Like if you have
You're okay.
like the rifle
You're
I'm
okay.
carrying, for
Come on,
example,
come on, get up.
he'll have
Come on, get
the
up.
rifle in cutscenes.
You're okay.
It won't just
Come on,
vanish and then reappear, or vanish and reappear.
It's okay.
Everything stays pretty continuous.
Ei, vocês aí! Que
Man.
porra vocês estão fazendo? A justiça
São
local?
Paulo
Como
cops
você
are
acha que é falar
very
com meus
brutal.
homens assim? Você acha que tem o direito
That's going to
de
be
matar
the
as
end of the
pessoas?
action for Chapter 1.
Cala a boca, cuzão.
And we'll get to
Continua
the
dando multas.
the end cutscene, which is a lot of Portuguese, and I don't speak Portuguese, so I don't know what they're talking about. But there's a lot of, so far in the game, there's a lot of politics, intrigue, double crosses,
Fuck.
so on going on.
Did good, Max.
Very gripping
Say so.
story, much like a movie,
Don't look so good.
thriller,
Hey, what could
more
be
noir.
better, huh? The good guys are reunited.
The point I've gotten to
Commando
now is
Sombra dead.
rather depressing.
Yes.
But, this too shall pass.
Who's this
I'm
guy?
sure Max Payne will
I don't know.
push on through.
Some kind of cop. Different branch of the police. Not UFE, but normal cops. I don't know about this stuff. Politics. Everywhere politics. Shit, Max, you look kind of beat up. Let's get this lot home, and then I'll get you home too. Come on.
And now we get to the scary part. You find out how much Max Payne's life mirrors my own from my bachelor
Back home, It was
days.
time for some R&R, the only way I knew how.
I mean, I can't tell you how many nights I spent drinking scotch from a bottle and eating pain pills. Ah, those were good days. Max appears to be having fun with it. Or not.
And with that, I guess I was ready for bed.
Yeah, pretty much when you throw up, it's time for bed. Anyhow, that's going to be the end of Chapter 1. Thanks for watching, guys, and maybe I'll get to work on Chapter 2 sometime in the future and not rush so much. Catch you guys later. Bye.